Relapse is a normal part of the human experience of addiction, plain and simple. Commonly reported reasons for a relapse include a loss of a loved one, a breakup, a job loss, a car accident, injury, or any number of other crappy things that can happen to a person. Other culprits are birthdays, weddings, reunions, concerts, and of course, alcohol. These are all reasonable explanations. However, at the core of every relapse is also a poor decision. That's the part of the story that gets overlooked. The reason for every relapse is the same. I don't bring this up to make people feel ashamed or embarrassed. My job, after all, is to be empathetic. But I bring it up to help you understand your addiction and build a strategy for your long-term battle against it. By first accepting that every relapse is the result of a poor decision, you will develop control over your addiction. By first accepting that every relapse is technically the result of a poor decision, you will develop a sense of control over your addiction. The poor decision to light up is often fueled by something overwhelming and unfortunate, but taking ownership is important. Research shows that quitting smoking will require on average 6 to 8 attempts. That's 5 to 7 slip-ups on average. Slip-ups is where the learning occurs. The more you try to learn from a setback when it occurs, the fewer the number of setbacks you will need in order to be able to kick the habit for good. No finger pointing, but think about it. If you entirely blame someone or something else for your relapse, then you are centering your sense of control over the addiction. And when that happens, a sense of hopelessness is strengthened, and that's not good. Consider these examples. I relapsed because my favorite aunt died. I relapsed because my girlfriend dumped me. I relapsed because I got fired. I relapsed out drinking with my friend because she smokes. These statements imply that a relapse was inevitable. Thinking and talking like this weakens your efforts because it creates a sense that another relapse is right around the corner waiting to happen and there's nothing you can do about it. Now consider these examples. I made a bad decision while grieving the loss of my aunt. I neglected to practice relapse prevention when my girlfriend dumped me. I let my recovery slip when I lost my job. Or I neglected my recovery plan when I was drinking alcohol. These statements imply that a relapse could have been avoided if something had been done a little differently. By taking ownership, at least in part, a sense of control over the situation can be restored. If you have quit in the past, ask yourself, what could I have done differently to avoid a relapse? Or what might I do differently in the future if something similar happens? It's a powerful exercise.